The ancient path to wealth. Lessons from philosophers and sacred texts. Ancient wisdom on prosperity. Wealth, in its many forms, has long been a subject of philosophical debate. From the ancient Greeks to the great thinkers of the East, many have pondered the nature of prosperity, its ethical implications, and the principles by which it may be attained. While some saw riches as a distraction from higher pursuits, others recognized that financial stability provides the foundation for a virtuous and fulfilled life. The wisdom of ancient civilizations offers timeless lessons on how wealth can be earned, managed, and used for the greater good. Aristotle. Wealth as a means, not an end. Aristotle, in Nicomachean Ethics, argued that wealth should never be pursued for its own sake, but as a means to achieving eudaimonia, human flourishing. He saw money as a tool, valuable only insofar as it enables individuals to live a virtuous and meaningful life. Aristotle also recognized the importance of practical wisdom, phronsis, in financial matters. He taught that ethical wealth creation required a balance between work, investment, and generosity. In his view, excessive greed corrupts the soul, while the wise accumulation of wealth allows one to contribute positively to society. Confucius. Wealth and integrity, in ancient China. Confucius spoke extensively about the moral responsibilities that come with wealth. He taught that prosperity should be earned through righteous means and that integrity must never be compromised in the pursuit of riches. According to Confucius, the superior man understands righteousness, the inferior man understands profit. This statement does not condemn wealth but rather emphasizes that true success comes from aligning financial pursuits with virtue. Confucius advised his disciples to seek opportunities that benefit not just themselves but their communities as well. The Babylonian model. Saving and investment. One of the most practical ancient texts on wealth creation is The Richest Man in Babylon. This collection of financial parables from ancient Mesopotamia outlines fundamental principles of wealth accumulation. The Babylonians understood the power of disciplined saving, investing, and reinvesting wealth to generate long-term prosperity. Their most famous financial rule was to pay yourself first by saving at least 10% of earnings before spending on anything else. This principle remains foundational in modern financial planning. The Babylonians also emphasized the importance of wise investment. They believed that money should never sit idle but should be put to work through enterprises that generate profit. One of the parables tells the story of Arcad, a poor scribe who became the richest man in Babylon by applying principles of consistent saving, prudent investment, and financial literacy. Stoicism and financial discipline. Seneca's wisdom. The Stoic philosopher Seneca offered profound insights into wealth and financial mastery. He warned against being enslaved by material wealth and argued that true prosperity comes from self-discipline and mental resilience. One of his most famous sayings is, "Wealth is the slave of a wise man and the master of a fool." Seneca did not reject wealth outright but instead promoted financial independence through careful planning and emotional detachment from money. He encouraged people to cultivate skills that ensure financial stability and to avoid reckless extravagance. His teachings align with modern financial principles that advocate for budgeting, minimalism, and investment in personal growth. Hermetic philosophy. The law of mentalism in wealth creation. the Kybalion. A Hermetic text attributed to Hermes Trismegistus presents the principle of mentalism. The all is mind. The universe is mental. This suggests that financial success begins with thought and belief. The Hermetic tradition teaches that one's mindset shapes external reality, including wealth. Those who cultivate a mindset of abundance, visualize prosperity, and take purposeful action are more likely to manifest financial success. This ancient teaching closely resembles modern concepts of the law of attraction and the psychology of wealth. It underscores the idea that financial success is not merely about external circumstances but about the internal mental frameworks one adopts. Early Islamic teachings. Commerce and ethical wealth. Islamic economic philosophy, rooted in the Quran and Hadith, offers a balanced view on wealth creation. Commerce was highly encouraged, as the Prophet Muhammad himself was a merchant. The Quran states God has made trade lawful and forbidden usury, emphasizing the importance of fair business practices. Islamic teachings stress wealth accumulation through halal permissible means while avoiding exploitation. The concept of zakat charitable giving ensures that wealth circulates within society, preventing extreme disparities. These principles remain relevant today in ethical investing and corporate social responsibility. The Vedic perspective, wealth as dharma. In ancient India, the Vedic texts and the teachings of Kautilya, also known as Chanakya, emphasize the role of wealth in fulfilling one's duties. The Arthashastra, attributed to Kautilya, is one of the earliest known treatises on economics, business strategy, and governance. He argued that wealth is essential for the stability of a nation and the well-being of its people. However, he also cautioned against hoarding wealth without purpose. The Hindu concept of artha, material prosperity, is one of the four goals of human life. Alongside dharma, duty, kama, pleasure, and moksha, liberation. This perspective views wealth as a necessary component of a balanced life, provided it is earned ethically and used wisely. Lessons for the modern world. The teachings of ancient philosophers and sacred texts remain strikingly relevant today. Their principles can be applied to modern financial strategies in the following ways. Mindset and wealth. Like the Hermeticists and Aristotle, modern wealth building begins with cultivating a prosperous mindset. Positive beliefs about money, continuous learning, and strategic planning are key to financial success. Saving and investing. The Babylonians' principle of paying oneself first is a timeless strategy for building wealth. Automated savings and long-term investments help ensure financial stability. Ethical earning and spending. Confucian and Islamic teachings emphasize that wealth must be acquired through honest means and should benefit society. Ethical business practices and philanthropy play crucial roles in sustainable prosperity. Financial discipline. Stoic principles remind us to control desires and avoid reckless spending. In an era of consumerism, financial discipline is more important than ever. Entrepreneurship and commerce. The Prophet Muhammad and Kautilya both recognized the power of trade and business. Entrepreneurship remains one of the fastest paths to financial independence today. The timeless journey to prosperity. The wisdom of ancient philosophers teaches that wealth is not merely about accumulation, but about its purpose and management. Whether through Aristotelian virtue, Babylonian thrift, Stoic discipline, Hermetic mindset training, or ethical commerce, the road to financial success is paved with principles that have stood the test of time. In a modern world of financial complexity, these ancient teachings provide clarity, reminding us that wealth, when approached with wisdom, serves as a foundation for a meaningful and fulfilled life.